Right. First and foremost, objectives, there's nothing much. Okay, let's start with the definition of advertisement. Who's going to start and read it out for
Ma'am,
me quickly?
ma'am, we did it yesterday.
Advertisement. No, I revised marketing and stakeholders yesterday. I did not revise advertising. Okay, anyone? Come on. Quickly read it out.
Ma'am,
Yes.
according to the American Marketing Association, advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation or promotion of ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor.
Very, very important. This part you have to be very careful about, that it is by the identified sponsor and non-personal presentation, because it is not face-to-face presentation. And of course, it is paid form. Again, there's one more definition of William Stanton. Like yesterday we did of marketing. Krishna, I think you're confused because yesterday we did similar two definitions of marketing. So advertisement consists of all activities involved in presenting to a group of non-personal, oral or visual, openly sponsored messages regarding a product, service or idea. And this message is called an advertisement, and it has to be disseminated or spread through one or more media by an identified sponsor. Then we did the important features. Okay. Zara, what are the important features of advertising? In one liners you can say, don't have to read out everything, just the key pointers I want.
Impersonal form of presentation.
Impersonal form of presentation.
Paid
Second,
form of communication.
paid form of communication.
Issued by an identified sponsor.
Correct.
Form of mass communication.
Right.
And
And it differs from publicity. Okay. How does it differ from publicity? Very important. I told you this comes as a 2-marker as well as a long question. Krishna, let's start with you. Give me two differences between advertisement and publicity.
Nature,
Okay.
advertising, it is always impersonal. Impersonal and publicity, it may be both personal or impersonal.
One more
And
difference.
Object, to stimulate and create demand for production or service. Advertising. Publicity, to create a favorable public opinion about the organization and its activities.
Okay, if I would be in your shoes and I had to write this answer, I would have definitely chosen the first one. Okay, it has an identified sponsor, it does not have an identified sponsor. Easy to remember. Always take easy pointers for short questions where you know short you are going to write it correctly and marks will be given. Okay, it is paid for, it is not paid for. So 2 points important: paid, unpaid, identified sponsor, no identified sponsor. 2 on 2 you've got, because here I may go a little wrong if I miss out on any of the pointers here. Okay, I'm not saying don't do the long pointers, definitely do them, but wherever necessary, wherever you can do the short ones and you can score marks, always try to do the easier ones. Right? Okay. Muskan, till now, any questions you have?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then was objectives of advertisement: to introduce a new product by creating awareness and interest amongst the customers, entering a new market, fighting competition, creating brand preference, also supporting personal selling, enhancing the goodwill, improving dealer relations, reaching people that are inaccessible to salesmen. What do you understand by this line? Inaccessible to salesmen?
Ma'am, they are on a long distance.
Remote
Correct.
areas.
In remote areas where you don't have salespeople reaching out to people or to consumers, advertisement definitely plays a very, very important role. And it also warns people against any imitations or spurious products. Then this part I said you had to do it in details. It is important. The merits and demerits of advertisement. Okay. Number one obviously was to meet competition. How can you meet competition? We cannot sit and discuss each and every one now in details, but once you have any difficulty or you have questions, you ask me, and then maybe one I will ask you all. Come on, quickly. Muskan, what's your question? Please ask.
Ma'am, on page number 23,
Page number 23. Yeah, tell me.
on the right side
Right side.
of
Okay.
the page,
Yes.
consumer surplus. I'm not understanding that.
You're not understanding. That is the benefit to customer. This is the one you want me to explain? Okay, I'll do it. Before that, any other, let's first finish with producer and trader. Okay, so we will take this time Avni. Avni, tell me any one of them which you would like to explain to producer and trader. Meet, your video has not been on the entire class. Till now, I have not seen your video on. And neither am I hearing any response from you.
Higher
Yes.
sales volume.
Okay.
Ma'am, advertising helps to increase demand and expand markets and enhance sales of existing products. Through repeated advertising, a producer can create new customers and enter new markets. It creates new ones and increases sales. Advertising is an essential technique for mass sales.
Okay. You have just read it out. I would like anyone to explain in their own words. Anyone. Divita, could you explain steady demand, how advertisement creates a demand for the product?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Like if there is a lot of advertising for a new product, new consumers will see the advertising, and if their income is that much and they want to buy that product, they would see the advertisement and buy it, and through this the sales volume of the product increases and there are new customer and there can be new market.
Yes, especially in case you want to launch out a new product, any new product, to create a demand for it, obviously you need to advertise it from the producer's point of view. And if that's why high amounts are spent on advertising cost, and this creates the demand for the product, because when people see a new advertisement, they get aware, it creates an awareness about the new uses of the product, and this way we can create or increase the demand for the product. Okay. Okay. There's something on the chat box. Who has written? Okay, fine. Then next part is coming to the second important part. The doubt which Muskan had to customers. Obviously, the other pointers are very easy. That how it creates convenience, it educates the consumer, lower price. So I'm coming to consumer surplus. What is consumer surplus? First, you have to understand that. Consumer surplus means the satisfaction or the pleasure that is derived by the customer from the product that he is using. Now, advertisement obviously brings customer very, very closer to the producer, okay? So that each can fully appreciate the needs for the other. What is happening when the producer is bringing a product in the market, the consumer is first time using it. So he starts appreciating the, you can say the work that the producer has done by getting that product to him. On the other hand, such understanding helps in obviously in better matching of products and services along with the human needs. Through advertisement, the consumers better appreciate the utility of product, and they derive higher satisfaction from their consumption. So this higher satisfaction or pleasure which they derive on improved quality of products by using them, that is consumer surplus. Are you understanding, Muskan?
Ma'am, I didn't understand the last part you told.
Last part. Take any product. Now, obviously, let's take, tea. Now, you drink tea, you like to have the taste of it, right? So that is something of your choice. So that is something that is satisfying you. You're deriving some pleasure out of having that cup of tea. It is maybe relaxing you. It is soothing you out. It is helping you with a headache. So all that pleasure which you are deriving from it, that is a surplus which the consumer is getting. That's why it's called a consumer surplus. Okay, the extra satisfaction or the extra pleasure that you are getting on usage of a product. Got it?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
then of course we come to employment generation. I've already explained. How does advertisement sustain the press? Anyone can explain this pointer for me? How
Ma'am,
advertisement sustains the press? Meet, can you please explain it?
Ma'am,
ma'am, can I explain?
Let him try.
ma'am, advertisements provide source of information for the newspapers and media,
Okay, and
and as a result, public gets news at lower rates on in magazines and newspapers.
how much money do we spend when we buy a newspaper?
And 15 rupees.
We spend a very measly amount, not much. Maybe 15
Maximum
rupees or
8.
20 rupees or 10 rupees, how much, isn't it? Not much at all. But if you look at the amount spent on advertisement is huge by the people who, by the sponsors who are putting the ad on the paper. So newspapers' main income is through advertisement. So the employment department in the newspaper agency is being supported by advertisement. That is how advertisement is playing a very important role, because it is the most important source of revenue to newspapers, magazines, radio and television. That's how it sustains the media and the press. Okay, anything you want to ask me here any more on merits? Otherwise I'll go to demerits.
Ma'am, in
Ma'am,
producers and traders.
Which one? Sorry.
Ma'am, in producers and traders, economies of scale have been done.
In producers and traders, which one you want me to explain you?
Economies of scale.
Economies of scale. This I've done many times, Meet. Okay. Advertisement facilitates mass distribution of goods and it reduces the dependence on middlemen, as dealers are more willing to stock and sell well advertised goods. Now, obviously, if, okay, I am a dealer today and a product is very well advertised, everyone knows about it. Now, as a dealer, what will you do? You will obviously be readily, you will agree to sell an advertised good, and your dependence on middlemen will decrease. You will not hire too many middlemen, because of which the distribution cost of the good is going down. If the distribution cost of the good is going down, the good is becoming cheaper to the customer when the customer is buying the good. Remember, here economies of scale can only be achieved if the cost of production of the good starts falling. As I told you, whenever you start a business, the business starts with the gestation period. And in the gestation period, the business undergoes losses. That is the time you have to increase the price of the good. You don't have a choice, because you have to recover the initial cost of the business. But after 2 or 3 years of working, when your business starts expanding in the market, it starts growing, what you're going to do, you're going to start increasing the volume of units and lower the cost of production. When you do that, when you lower the cost of production, automatically the good starts becoming cheaper to the customer. And when it starts becoming cheaper to the customer, he will be obviously happy to buy more goods from you. So you will in turn increase your sales volume. More sales volume, more lower cost of production, lesser consumer having to pay, you are achieving economies of scale. That is what is economies of scale. So here, that is what they are saying, that direct distribution and rapid sales turnover. Direct distribution means elimination of middlemen. Okay, what is it doing? It is reducing the cost of distribution. Mass distribution and steady demand leads to more production. There is more and more production taking place. As a result, several economies of scale can be achieved or can be available, and the cost of production per unit goes down. Even your investment in inventories will start reducing. Obviously, if you're increasing your sale volume, your profits are going up. So the amount you had to put in the inventory will now start going down. Tell me, anything here not to understand or want to ask me? Meet, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Clear, Meet?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Then we go to the demerits. We discussed the important demerits of advertising. Okay, let's start with Avni. Okay, Avni, can you explain me one demerit? Not reading, explaining. And then Zara can explain one more. Come on, quickly.
Higher price.
Okay.
Um, because of advertising, there's a large amount of money which is spent on advertising, and there's an increase in the cost of distribution which is transferred to the customer in the form of higher price. The objection may be true in case of inelastic demand, when advertising merely transfers demand from one producer to another.
What is inelastic demand? You are
Um,
all economic students. By now you should know what is inelastic demand.
Ma'am, a demand which cannot be increased or decreased.
Correct. So whenever there is not much demand for goods, obviously if you are going to charge very high prices, it becomes a demerit of advertising. Correct or not? Right? That is what they're trying to say, that when the demand is inelastic in nature and you're trying to increase the price of the goods by increasing the number of middlemen, then instead of advertising bringing the cost of the good, it actually results in bringing about increasing the price of the good. Hence, it acts as a demerit instead of becoming a merit, because huge amounts are being spent on advertisement by the business firms. Muskan, can you explain one more? How does it mislead the consumer? Sleeping away in the morning, this
No,
one.
ma'am, I was reading that only.
Okay, go on, tell me.
Ma'am, can you give me a minute?
Okay, fine. Zara, are you ready? You were supposed to be explaining one more.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
I'm taking a minute. I'm waiting quickly. Don't worry, for quite a number of days, you're not going to see me now. So you'll be at peace. No one to trouble you. Come on, quickly.
Ma'am, till they read, I can explain one.
Okay, quickly.
It creates monopoly.
Okay.
Like if there is a brand which can invest high amounts of money on advertising, it creates monopoly because the advertising of other small firms are not as comparison to that of a huge firm. And due to this, there is like a better product cannot be sold because a huge firm is advertising much more than a small firm which might be producing a very good product of a very good quality.
So they are actually weeded out of competition because the big firms are spending too much on advertisement and entering the market. Correct. Good.
Yes.
Yes, Muskan, tell me.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of bogus testimonials?
Where is this one?
Misleading the consumers.
Misleading the consumer. Demerits.
The fifth line.
Fifth line. Okay. They are induced or defrauded through bogus testimonials and false comparisons. That's the one? Okay.
Yes.
Bogus testimonials means what? That is something bogus. Generally, we relate to something which is lies, which is not true, which is untrue. So I am trying, and a testimonial is something which you hold for with a lot of importance. You say, okay, it's a testimonial, it has to be true. So, but when advertisement comes up with false advertisements or bogus testimonials, that means they are kind of misleading the consumer. They are telling you that this has a, all these benefits, but actually the benefits do not exist. Like a fairness cream ad, they'll say that just apply it in 2 minutes, you will become very fair. But it actually, all that is very misleading. It doesn't happen like that. And the thing is, even it's not that, it also encourages a wrong myth in the minds of people, that dark are not beautiful. That's very wrong. Even dark people are equally beautiful and very nice to look at. It's just a mindset which people have, that if you put to that fairness cream, you start looking good. So that is what called a bogus testimonial. That's what they're trying to say. Okay, got it? Anything else you want to ask me here? Can we go ahead with the next part? Okay, then advertisement agency, as I said, this is very important. all the types. In fact, I think this has come in 2019 or 20, one of the years. So if it has come last year, then you're safe enough, it will not come. But if it's come year before, then of course it is very important to be done well. The functions of advertisement agency.
Ma'am,
What
it
is the
came
first function?
in 19.
Sorry?
It came in 2019.
2019. So your year, it is very much evident that it can come. Yes, last time this one came, merits to producers and traders, 2020. Because I remember I had seen Shreya's paper, correct. So it had come, merits to producers and traders have come. So your chances of ad agency is higher to get. Okay, so let's start. Who's going to tell me the first function? Zara has been waiting for long, and minutes and hours have been given. Quickly, first one. Which is the first stage? Quickly, I'm waiting.
Ma'am, planning.
Planning. Okay, what happens in planning? What you need to plan? What
Ma'am,
is an
method
advertising
of
agency? Why do we have one? What is its importance? Why we need an ad agency? Why do we need an advertising agency? No one knows. How nice. What is an advertising agency? Yes, tell me.
Advertising agency is needed to gain a fair knowledge about the product we are advertising, and it should be planned, because if it is not planned, advertising is not planned, there can be a high amount of risk for the product.
No, but why do we need the ad agency? Many business firms, they have too much of workload on their head. They are not able to manage also one more department. That is why they are going to hire an advertising agency who's going to take up all the headache for them to do the advertisement of the product. That agency becomes an in-house agency if it is in the business firm itself. If the firm has its own advertising department and it is performing all the advertisement related services, then it becomes an in-house agency. But if it hires an advertising agency from outside, then it becomes a specialized organization that will give you all the advertisement related services in return for some fees or for some commission. Is it clear? That's how an advertising agency works. And of course, the important functions of it. The first important stage we are talking about is planning. Planning is the stage when the advertisement agency takes full knowledge from the client firm. Say Meet is my client and I am the advertisement agency. I am creating an advertisement. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go to Meet and I'm going to tell him that please tell me what product you're selling. What is your good, how important it is, or in what ways I can highlight your good, how I can make the advertisement, and in so many years what has been the sales trend. All information I'm going to collect from him. That happens in the planning stage. Once you have planned the ad, what you're going to do, you're going to create it, execute it. What do media people do? How do you see that little Amul girl going through the screen and saying utterly butterly delicious? What is that? That is nothing but creation. It's an execution. So all the drawings, the illustrations, I'm sure so many of you are very good artists here, right? So you all must be knowing all the techniques of creativity and how you're going to execute things, right? Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So this is what is creation and execution. And then comes the next stage of coordination, where you have to coordinate, all the departments have to work in together. Then comes accounting. If there is any kind of problem between the client firm and the advertising agency, who solves out the misunderstandings? The accountant. He sees that the advertisement agency is paid on time by the client. Okay. After that comes the which stage? The media planning. Which media I'm going to use for the advertisement platform? Do I want a TV ad? Do I want a radio ad? Do I want an ad in the form of a hoarding? All that is done through media planning. Okay. Then you go to the last two stages, that is research and internal control. In the research stage, what you do? In the research stage, you find out how this advertisement has been successful. Were your findings all right? How you can improve on? All that happens in the research stage. And last is the internal control, that you have to see that your department is controlled from within well. All people are working well within the department. The employees, each person whom you are paying, they are all working in coordination with each other. That is called internal control. Tell me, any parts not clear here? You want me to revise anything else here in advertisement agency, or it's clear?
Ma'am, clear.
Clear.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask one question.
Yeah.
Like,
tell me.
if they say us to like give the meaning of social advertising media, what should be the meaning that we give?
Social advertising media.
Yeah.
Social advertisement media, you should write that it refers to advertisement about socially relevant issues or using social relationship networks to promote a product or a service and reach out the target audience. The definition I have put in red, that is what you need to put in on my screen for social advertising media. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Moreover, you should also be able to give examples of social media, like which all we are using. Okay. And in social advertisement media, they have here, I have spoken about social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. But you should also mention that it is done through print, through radio, through television, through newspapers. All those are also different medias to do social advertising. Then we did spoke about meaning of sales promotion. What is sales promotion? Who's going to tell me quickly? I'm waiting. Muskan, what is sales promotion?
Those activities other than personal selling, advertising, and productivity that
Publicity.
stimulate
Those activities other than personal selling, advertising, and publicity. All these are methods of marketing.
marketing.
Okay, to promote. They are all promotional methods of marketing. They all come under promotional mix. Remember 4 elements of mix we spoke about? Place, price, promotion, product. So out of that, in promotion mix, we have 4. What are they? Advertising, publicity, personal selling, and sales promotion. So sales promotion is other than these 3. Okay, and what is it bringing about? It is stimulating consumer purchasing. It is increasing the consumer's ability to purchase, as well as it is making about dealer effectiveness. It is also inducing the dealers to buy goods, right? Sorry, it is inducing the dealers to sell goods in the form of display shows, exhibitions, demonstrations, and others in the non-recurrent selling efforts, not in the ordinary course of routine. By non-recurrent selling efforts?
It does not happen again and again.
Yes. Each time a new sales promotion method is used. So it's not in the ordinary routine. Got it? We have 2 important types of sales promotion. Consumer sales promotion, where the activities are designed to inform and educate the customer to stimulate demand. And you have dealer sales promotion, where you are stimulating the dealers, where you are helping the dealers to improve their dealer effectiveness through window displays, free demonstrations, trade shows, dealer conferences, etc. What does it objectives? To introduce the new product, attract the new customer, increase the sales during slack period. What is slack period?
When the company is not incurring profits.
Correct. To encourage dealers to carry large stocks, to improve public images, etc. Then we did the differences. As I said, all differences very important. Please do them well. Do not leave them out. Your difference tables should all have double ticks in it. They have to be done so well. Features and difference ticks. Please be very particular about them. Okay, let's start. Zara, 2 differences between sales promotion and advertisement quickly.
Ma'am, time horizon, short-term perspective, long-term perspective.
Okay.
Scope is narrow in sales promotion, it is wide in advertising.
Good. Now see, her selection has been good. She has chosen the ones easy to write. So you should be able to select out, if you have 2 marks, which ones you should write for. When I write meaning, I may miss out pointers. But if I write short term and long term, the teacher will give me 1 mark. It's correct, right? The point of difference is correct. Then role, of course, you know, how does it provide information? It stimulates demand, it creates product identity, it meets competition, it satisfies customer, it permits control.
Ma'am,
Okay, types of consumer sales promotions. We'll quickly go through the types of sales promotions to consumers and dealers. Dealers can do through special displays, through contests, through dealer premiums, through advertisement materials and store demonstrations. Yes, Muskan.
ma'am, I have a doubt here.
Which one?
Ma'am, in premiums or bonus offers, page number 31.
Premiums or bonus offers. Okay, I'm coming to it. Those are the techniques of sales promotion.
Yes, ma'am.
Just 1 minute. Free sample is clear, no problem with it. Okay. Okay. Coupon also is clear. You're getting a certificate given to the holder. You are having problem with premium. No, this is the one. Okay. Premium basically means any addition that is given, a type of sales promotion in which a merchandise may be given something free or at a reduced price to purchase the products, like when we're trying to purchase something at a premium could be an extra quantity, it could be some
Like
free
buy one,
offer
get
given.
one.
Buy one get one free, it could be some extra quantity given. Say I have paid money for 500 grams, but I have been given 750 grams, so that 250 grams becomes my premium. Okay, and there are different types of premiums. You have 4 types: with pack premium, price of premium, money refund premium, and extra quantity premium. Can you tell me which of the 4 pictures are identifying which one? Muskan, tell me. Which is
Ma'am,
with pack premium there out of the 4 pictures I have put?
Jana,
Yes, yes, Meet.
ma'am, I think it's the Medimix one.
No, that's not with pack premium. That's wrong. Which one is with pack?
Ma'am, the first
ma'am, the razor.
The razor with the Gillette foam, that is with pack. With one, another something coming free. So it's called a with pack premium. Which one is a price of premium in the 4 of
Dairy
them?
milk. Dairy
Yes.
milk.
Price becoming lower. Which one is extra quantity?
Dairy milk.
Medimix.
Buy one, get one free. And money refund, Pepsodent, getting 25 Paytm cash on every pack. Got it? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we spoke about trading stamps. We spoke about price contests. Anything to ask here? Okay. Then free offers, you know, like with the Saffola oats, getting a bowl free, fairs and exhibitions, fashion shows, demonstrations. We spoke about exchange offers like Big Bazaar, remove the old, bring home the new. Then what is this? This one, merchandising is. Why is it saying, speaking about store layout and inventory control?
Ma'am, these are the shops where a large amount of good can be bought at a lower price.
No, not only that. What is the meaning of the store layout? The
Ma'am,
shelf
keeping
signage.
everything.
What is the meaning of shelf signage? Why we have this?
Ma'am, keeping it in the reach of the customer.
Excellent. Keeping it in the reach of the customer. If I'm going to put something at a very high point where my hand will only not reach, I'll not be interested to buy it. So the layout of these malls or the layout where the good is placed is very important. It should be very attractive. The customer would want to pick up something and buy. Even the shelves should be at eye level. Okay, well planned, well stocked. That is merchandising it. Clearance sales we have already spoken about. So that is how we come to the end of the chapter. Now you have any more questions to ask? We have only 1.5 minutes. So I've finished with my revision class. We can quickly summarize that it is non-personal. It seeks to create, sustain and stimulate demand. It has been criticized on whatever grounds, you know, why it is a social waste. how it stimulates demand, and the important techniques of sales promotion.
Ma'am,
Yes.
for the project, it
On
is
advertising.
written, we need to compare the advertisement from the newspaper on the basis of the essentials of a good advertisement.
Correct.
So it would be on page number 24.
Yes, any advertisement which you're taking, what are the merits and what are the demerits? You have to compare them.
Okay.
Okay.